Gary Hess, News Radio, WRVA, the voice of Virginia.
James River, sunrise in the city glowing. RVA waking and the day starts rolling. Brush your teeth, lace your boots, let's move. WRVA's got your morning groove. Wake up rich and win the day. Don't spend your morning playing catch up. Richmond's morning news, we're here with you. 6 a.m., let's start it up.
Everybody, it's Richmond's Morning News. I'm Rich Herrera. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us this morning. It is Tuesday, June 30th, the year of our Lord 2026. And boy, do we have a lot to get to today. We're expecting major decisions coming down from the Supreme Court. We'll keep an eye on that. They broke open the piggy bank, so now we have a budget in Virginia, and we're getting ready for the 4th of July. How do we put on a big fireworks show? We'll actually take you behind the scenes with an insider that explains what it's going to take to put on a major fireworks show. So all of that coming up on the program today. Good morning, everybody. My name is Rich Herrera. That, of course, is Super Dave Ayler, Gary Hess. We'll have our sports and news all morning long. Super Dave, good morning. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just the right amount of fired up for the show. Happy to be here, and I got a little bit of an edge with me today.
That needs to happen every day.
I just got that perfect game face on today.
Perfect.
It's good that we're only on YouTube today because what do people say about us?
That we have faces for radio.
Exactly, which I think is should be considered politically incorrect. Everybody else gets on the PC thing. Why can't I get on that? I think you're face shaming me.
That's ugly shaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Face shaming.
I don't want to go ugly shaming. I don't know if I'm,
shaming the ugly people.
Yeah. They're face shaming us. So there's fat shaming. There's height shaming. They're face shaming us in the radio industry. I think that should be a big part of what we talk about in the program today. But you and I are the only one who cares about that. So we'll move on to everything else in the news this morning. Hey, let me just remind everybody a couple things. This is an interactive show. Okay. We don't do this alone. We just don't want to be talking at you. We want to talk with you. Therefore, we give out the James River Air text line number because I encourage you to chime in during the program. And we'll read the best ones at 6:55, 7:55, 8:55. And then 9:33, we throw caution to the wind against everyone's better judgment. We call it the 9:33 experiment. Today on the 9:33 experiment, we're going to talk about the SAVE Act. So I just want you to know this is your show as much as it is my show. So we'll do that for you all morning long. So Dave, how about we get to Richmond's morning news brief and let's start off the show in fine fashion. Story number one. Okay, I think I can finally retire this song because we finally have a budget. We broke a piggy bank. We waited to the very last moment, but now we have a budget in Virginia.
Number one. Virginia, we finally got a budget. Guess what paid the price when they chose to nudge it? They found a brand new piggy bank to raid. Now everybody's cheering for the deal they made. Portsmouth Lucas got the money she sought. Data center diva got the deal she bought. Amazon Don says it's all fine and grand, but nobody's sure where it's hitting the land. Down in Richmond,
I know where it's going to hit the land because there's so much in there. But you know what, Dave? A lot of times you'll talk about this and go, look at all the pork that you normally put in. This isn't even pork that they have in this ridiculous budget. They have just flat out slush funds. They fought over like $1.5 billion, and the $1.5 billion they fought over are not for a pork project here and a pork project there. They're actual literal slush funds the General Assembly put into this budget for their own personal, I don't know what. I told you some of the awful things in this budget that they put through, and we'll check in with Tom Garrett, member of the House of Delegates. But there's slush funds for if the federal government has more cuts, we'll pick up the tab for that. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of slush funds that they went through, battled, and by the way, way to go. Wait till the very last minute to get there. Good job by the General Assembly. All right, that's our big story of the morning. All right, story number two, SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States. Big decisions might come down this morning around 10 a.m. That's our second big story of the morning.
Number two.
All right, so SCOTUS ruled on a couple things yesterday. Said Donald Trump can't fire people that have positions in the government. They said no, the federal government cannot overrule what individual states have as far as state elections and when you can count ballots. But they will have two big cases that we'll probably hear today. One is birthright citizenship. Number two is transgender athletes. But I do want to point something out, Dave, for those that have been talking on the left about packing the court, because this court is just there to do Donald Trump's business. This court, we need to pack the court because all they do is it's a partisan court. With such a partisan court, why is the White House smarting yesterday over some of the decisions they handed down? It's not. People talking about packing the court, they want to make it a partisan court. This court will rule sometimes with the president, sometimes against the president. That's their job. There's three parts of our government: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branch, and they all keep check on each other. It's good when the SCOTUS folks keep checks of Congress and the president because they're doing their job. I know sometimes you don't like it when it's so partisan, but it's their job to keep everybody in check. So those that want to talk about packing the court because they're just afraid it's a rubber stamp for Donald Trump. Yeah, look at yesterday's decisions. All right, that's the second big story of the morning. Third story of the morning I want to talk about. Today is the last day for something that a lot of us have used our entire lives, and that's styrofoam.
Number 3.
All right, statewide ban on styrofoam goes into effect tomorrow. So today's the last day. You can go get a to-go container, and it'll have styrofoam. From now on, no more styrofoam allowed in the Commonwealth of Virginia. By the way, can I just tell you something? This is where I look at just how progressives and liberals think. If styrofoam was really that bad, would I use it? If styrofoam was such a pressing matter, would I go to a restaurant that uses it? Would I ask, hey, can I have something else? If it was so important to me. But it's not. But somebody decided that it needs to be important for me, so they didn't even give me the choice of whether I want to use a styrofoam container or not. They just said styrofoam is banned. And if you don't think that's draconian enough, how about this, Dave? I'm not going to give out the number, but I hope you know the city of Richmond has a snitch line. If someone's using styrofoam containers at their restaurant, you could call and snitch on them for using styrofoam containers.
Does this mean that the price of styrofoam peanuts is going to go through the roof?
I don't even know how that is handled within this.
Oh,
but
really?
When I saw,
because when you said it's not all styrofoam, I was thinking all the styrofoam peanuts.
I think it's in the food. I think it's food.
Oh, it's just cups and that kind of stuff.
I'm telling you, I like the styrofoam cups at Chick-fil-A. Now we have those paper cups that sweat.
Yeah, they
right?
get all kind of soggy.
Yeah, they get soggy. It's like paper straws. I hate paper straws. They get soggy. They don't work after 5 minutes. But just think about this for a second. If styrofoam containers was such a big deal, wouldn't we all universally go, let's just stop using them? And this just kind of shows you what happens when progressives take over and they run wild. Not only will we not be able to use styrofoam containers, now they want us to rat out each other. Think about that for just a moment.
Styrofoam Karens.
Are you telling me you just created? They ought to just call it 1-800-KAREN. Styrofoam containers. Wow. All right. Story number 4. Iran, U.S. will have more talks today in Qatar.
Number 4.
President Trump put it in plain English with this post on Truth Social, saying, quote, Iran has requested a meeting. It will take place tomorrow in Doha. Well, the post came just hours after top Iranian officials said there are no talks planned for this week, but the White House still insists top diplomats will be flying there for meetings. They are supposed to be technical talks about the Memorandum of Understanding. And Trump says there's actually quite a bit on the agenda. Adding to the high-stakes nature of the deal, Israel, which is not part of the MOU, says it could be at war with Iran within 2 days.
All right. So here's the latest. Iran said, we're not having talks, but they're having talks. Iran says this, they do that. But we did get the president of Iran saying, you know what? We are committed to the MOU. Again, the MOU is so gray. And you can look at it 100% in my favor, 100% in your favor. And that's what's going on right now. This is where the rubber meets the road. Witkoff and Kushner need to bring that deal home. We'll see what happens when they get back together. But for those that are saying, oh, Iran's playing the president, Iran's playing the president. Yeah, Iran is a country that they don't share the same cultural values of the United States of America. So obviously, we're not going to agree on the definition of these things. Two different world views. So we'll see what happens as they get together again to talk in Qatar. All right. And finally, you know what today is, Dave?
What's that?
Social Media Day.
Number 5.
Oh, stop. Do not make people listen to all those noises. But do you realize how much those noises control your life? Social media is omnipresent. Today is Social Media Day. The average person spends, are you ready for this, Dave? Over 2 hours a day on social media. Would you find that to be true?
I think that might be a little low.
It might be. Over 5.4 billion people use social media in 2025. 84% of Americans say they use YouTube. 71% say they use Facebook. 50% use Instagram. What do you want, Dave? Are you on the gram?
I'm not on the gram.
You're not on the gram?
No, I'm on Facebook. I used to have X, but my X account got hacked and I never recovered it.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube. Well, I watch YouTube, I would say.
Okay.
I'm on. I don't put myself on YouTube.
We do. The show's live streamed on YouTube.
That's as close as I get.
We need to put a camera in there so we can live stream you. We'll have the Super Dave Camp.
That could be dangerous.
It could be. I got a question for you this morning on the James River Air Text line, 833-804-1140. A completely unscientific study. What social media accounts are you on? 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140.
And I am on LinkedIn. I always forget that one.
So I've got Facebook, I've got X, I've got Instagram, I've got YouTube. I use YouTube every day. I spend hours watching YouTube. Those are my accounts. I got a LinkedIn professional account. What social media Men's platforms do you use? That's what we're asking this morning on the James River Air Text line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140, the number for you to text into the program, 833-804-1140 on the James River Air Text line. All right, let's talk about men's wellness centers for just a moment. I said this yesterday, ladies,